But yeah, the high-heel shoe guitar is something that was developed together with Steve Dawson at the CAC. When was that? Carty and Vilnius. When were we there? It was around 2007.
Oh, long time ago. Okay.
The instrument, and the idea is that the instrument is created, but then it's this thing, it's every time it's played, it's different. So it's not like a virtuosic instrument that you repeat at the same motions and the same playing gestures and so on. Everything has its own uniqueness. So every time I play it on stage, I try to play it in another way, you know. So it's like could involve doing handstands and then having the digital shoes on my feet and moving both and having these computationally triggered sounds mixing with these very analog sounds and using a lot of like feedback. So I think look, the instrument it's not notes that you play from the shoe. You're playing vibrations because there's 3 strings and you can't tune them.
Welcome. We are Neil,
Luke and Dave.
3 40-somethings reminiscing on the runners and riders of 90s guitar music.
We look at the bands who soundtracked our youth on both sides of the pond and interview some of our heroes from the bands that defined a generation.
You'll hear about the good, the bad and the ugly of 90s guitar music.
This podcast is Stupid and Contagious. 116 of the Stupid and Contagious podcast. This week we're speaking to Alex and Carty. Probably pronounced that wrong, but that's the best I can do. From Chicks on Speed. Bit like last week, something I didn't really know much about that scene, that Berlin, Munich sort of art scene.
Well, you didn't know about that?
You didn't know about the late 90s German art, pop, electro, feminist movement.
I know, been living in a bubble. But yeah, before that, so I'm going to go first. Like literally since we recorded last week's episode, I went to Birmingham for a works thing. I've been in bed ill ever since. I've got nothing. Just been sitting in bed. Felt terrible.
Did you have any good hallucinations?
No, I didn't even get any of that. You know, you sort of watch shit stuff on TV, or I just watched loads of films that I've been meaning to catch up on, just shit ones, not highbrow or anything.
Police Academy.
What was the worst?
They were all pretty bad. I watched Alien Covenant. Shit. Just shit. No, they're all just... Alien films are just all a bit worse than the first one, aren't they?
Is that the one with Michael Fassbender in it?
Yeah, that's got Michael Fassbender in it.
I thought that was quite good.
It's all right, but it's all CGI and it doesn't really work the same as the scary sort of 70s, 80s aliens, does it? I don't think so, anyway. It was all right. I haven't
seen any of them, but yeah.
And then I watched that latest Final Destination one, which is just ridiculous.
Oh, that's good.
Shit.
Oh, it's great.
It's
I like
shit.
all the Final
Come
Destination
on.
films. Oh, it's brilliant.
They're
it's
so
great.
shit.
They're great because you know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, the first one's brilliant, but it's a brilliant concept. But this last one.
I've seen all. I like all of them. I've seen all of them. They're great.
Yeah, so I watched that. There's something else I watched. Can't remember what the other one was.
Brastoff?
I can't remember. Eh?
Brastoff.
Confessions of a Window Cleaner.
I wasn't that ill. Yeah, so that was my week, basically. Shit. Anyone else? Beat that? Come on. You boys have got to bring it back now. What have you been up to?
I went to a barn dance last night.
You bastard. Did you?
Yeah, it was good.
Tell us more.
Well, I went to a
did,
Ceilidh earlier in the year.
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah, which was good. But that gave someone the idea of having their 50th as a barn dance. So a barn dance is basically a non-Scottish Ceilidh.
Right.
It's all...
Which barn?
All the skills I learnt before transferred into this one, so it's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dozy Do?
Yeah. Do you know why it's called Dozy Do?
No? Tell us.
It's a corruption of the French. Is it? Because the French for back is do. So it's just like someone English or American reading out it in French, how it sounds in English. Dozy Do.
There you go. Because you have to dress up like a cowboy.
Well, I did a check shirt and jeans, but I didn't have a hat, a cowboy hat.
Did you?
Yeah. That's all I could muster.
Yeah, what about cowboy boots?
Don't have any anymore.
Man, I'd like to go to a barn dance. Let me know when you're going next time. I might pop along.
Well, it was private, wasn't it? It wasn't public.
What do you mean private?
Wasn't anyone could just rock in.
Swingers
Someone's
barn
birthday.
dance. Thought it was. I knew there was something seedy going on.
I believe the shit that goes on in those villages.
I know.
Barn dances. What's the other thing you said? Kayleys. Yeah.
Kayleys, barn dances.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Heists. The post office got held up, didn't it? It's all going on down in Berwick.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Which barn was it? You keep not answering me. Is that because you don't want me to come?
Well, Berwick Village Hall, so it wasn't a barn.
I know it well. I know it well. It's where that's the hub of Berwick, isn't it? Berwick Village Hall. It's where
That's
all the
great,
yoga
man.
and the
It's nice
gardens
there.
and-
It's nice.
I like it, yeah. I'm a bit jealous in a way.
Village life.
It's a nice community, isn't it?
I'd be
I'm
fucking
kind of
bored
part of
shitless,
it.
but I like the idea of it.
Kind of
You
part
are
of it.
part of it, yeah.
I go for a walk round, what's his name?
Lord
That
Lloyd's.
guy. Lord Lloyd's grounds with Dave.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's for
so
sale.
feel
I think
part
I've
of it.
already bored everyone with that.
Yeah, I said you should buy it.
What's for sale? The land or the house or everything?
Yeah, the
Everything.
house and land.
Oh, mate,
It's
get
about
in there.
40
You
acres.
Yeah.
Get in there.
You could be Lord and Lady Webber of Berwick.
I haven't got the money. It's 2.4
Yeah, you
million.
have. Come on, you're not fooling anyone.
2.4 million. Is it a nice house?
Well, it's only a 4-bedroom house, so that's
Only.
probably why it's that little. 2.4 million, because it's a lot of land.
Get a loan off Ed. It's just pocket money to him. He'll give it to you.
You could steal it. Rob the post office.
Yes.
I think they only carry about £100.
Right. Rob it loads of times. Rob it loads of
You have
times.
to rob it every day.
Update us when you
What
want
about
to.
Luke? Something
Oh,
must
me.
have happened
Oh.
in the whole of Tokyo.
No, nothing's happened in Tokyo. No.
Fuck off.
Music, listen to music. Picked up a couple of Loop albums this week, so I've been listening to those a lot. Shout out to Matt Jammy for putting me onto those a while ago. He got me listening to the Telescopes as well this week. Much really kind of heavy, kind of psychedelic-y, feedback-y. Really good shit, man. Good stuff.
Dave's got
Yeah.
a telescope in his kitchen. I always make the joke, is that so you can look at your knob?
That's a good joke. Yeah.
You even engineered it to get that joke in right then.
Good
It's
joke.
a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, yeah. And Lemonhead's new album I've been listening to as well. It's really good.
It's getting rave reviews, right? I've only heard a bit of one of. Yeah, it does sound good though. It does sound classic Lemonheads, right?
Yeah, but not. But I mean, his voice is much deeper, and it's not quite the same. But it kind of suits him. Suits him better. But yeah, it's great. It's great.
It's funny because
Yeah, really
one of
good.
our friends, Joe, went to see him, and he said it was great, but he turned up on a skateboard or something. He was late because he was skating through the streets of Camden or something like that. And then I saw this
Right.
video of him in a skate shop in Camden getting a skateboard and that.
He's having a worse
It's just
crisis than we are.
Midlife crisis. Yeah.
He's
We start a podcast.
quite the eccentric, isn't he? But I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Live is supposed to be very, very hit and miss, with the more on the miss side, basically, just totally shambolic. And
Yeah, still might be getting him on, so we can ask him all about it. So hopefully that'll happen.
sure.
Still
on,
in
Evan.
the pipeline.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it for me.
What a boring week. Sorry, guys. Hopefully, let us know about your week. Get involved in the comments. Might sort of.
Oh, wait, Dave. How about the boiler?
Yes.
The boiler and drainage
Come
update.
on. How are you? Stinky
I-
house.
There was a bit of a return of that smell today.
Stink house.
Mm.
So I've put a bigger bucket of water into that shower.
Just
Yeah,
chat
I'll tell
GPT
you.
it.
I'll tell you. Well, I did. I'll tell you next
Oh,
week
yeah.
if that solved it.
Okay.
Can I
Okay.
have
But
some?
your boiler's back on. That's
Touch wood,
fixed.
it's functioning. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That
good.
underfloor heating will be keeping you toasty, won't it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into this week's episode. Chicks on speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you are watching this, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and get involved in the comments. And if you're listening, rate, review and share it with your friends so that they can find the podcast. We're trying to get it out to the younger generation as well, so share it with your kids. so they
No,
can
we're not.
find a podcast. There we are.
Are we?
You're not. I am.
Okay, nearly.
Need to sell some merch, which we haven't got yet.
Well,
Anyway.
they're not going to buy it, are they? They haven't got
they
the
are.
money.
Kids will be, all the kids in town will be walking around drinking out of Stupid and Contagious, those water bottle things. You know, those 8-litre bottles
Yeah.
that everyone takes around with them.
I do like those bottles. I definitely
I
want
I
one for
hate them.
myself.
What are they?
The
And why are
metal
they so
ones.
expensive? They're like 40 quid, aren't they? Just for like a plastic water bottle.
Is it?
One,
I've only got them
like the
free
name
as like
brand.
merch before.
Anyway, yeah, that's what's going to be happening. You'll see them in every town. So yeah, Chicks on Speed. I did my Wikipedia research this week without even being
Oh,
prompted.
go on then. How do they describe them?
They're Chicks on Speed is a feminist art music ensemble.
Oh, I like that. Ensemble. That's a good way to describe them rather than a band, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, basically, I put feminist art, electro-punk. They've been called the godmothers of electro-clash because they were kind of one of the first people to do
like
that
that.
kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so, started in 1997 in Munich, Munich. So Alex Murray Leslie, one of today's guests, from Australia originally, but studying
G'day,
jewelry
mate.
making in That's good. Dave, you do an Aussie accent.
All right. What shall I say?
No,
I
an
never
Aussie
know
one.
what to say.
So Alex and Melissa Logan from New York, from America, also studying in the Munich Academy of Fine
New
Arts.
York.
And then a third member. Go on. That was terrible. Do it again.
New York. No, they told
Dave,
me.
can you beat that? Can you do it better than that?
No, it's in it. You know, I'm not comfortable with this.
Why?
I don't think they're going to like it.
Who?
All right.
The kids still love it.
Okay. And then a third member, Kiki Morse, who was German, in Germany. And yeah, I mean, Alex
Dankeschön.
talks about it in the, you're really good. You're multilingual. In the interview. But yeah, they basically started out as kind of as a fake band, as part of like an art project kind of thing. They ended up starting their own label, Go Records, releasing like 7 inches and cassettes and stuff like that. They had an interesting idea. They started from number 10. Like the first release was like Go Records 10. And then the second one was Go Records 9. And they counted down to 0.
Gotcha, yeah.
And that was it.
And then what?
End of the label.
Right.
That's the end of the label. And then they started their own Chicks on Speed Records, basically, after that.
Okay.
But yeah, so it wasn't supposed to be a band at all. And they were just kind of pretending to be a band. But then they ended up making music, and they had, quite a few kind of cassettes and 7 inches and stuff out. Their debut album, properly, Chicks on Speed Will Save Us All, which is a great title. Came out in 2000, and they started getting press and stuff straight away. So it's when I picked up on them. I guess from like the NME, I guess so. And
I mean, even I remember them, so they got quite big, didn't they?
Yeah. I thought they were great. I loved them when they first came out.
I'll tell you what.
Also,
can I just cut in? So I was having a quick binge on them before the episode I could do with the guests. I expected them to be a bit more sort of, I don't know, not being horrible, but something I wouldn't listen to. But they are quite poppy, a lot of the releases, right?
Yeah.
I liked a lot of
they're
the
great
stuff.
songs, yeah.
Yeah.
I
was listening
And
on
we
my
don't play
run.
guitars and stuff.
It was quite good
That's
music
good,
for my run earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that first album.
Yeah.
I was getting quite into it.
Yeah, I think like
That's good to hear.
as we get like from the interview, not giving any of it away, but you know, it's quite sort of highbrow intellectual, which is cool, you know, but it doesn't. A lot of the music's a bit more accessible than what you might think. Is what I reckon.
Yeah, well, we talk about it. There's also humour in it. A lot of what they do as well, which comes out in the music as well.
Yeah. Anyway, I've interrupted your spiel, but
no, it's good. It's a good interruption because I always think that, like, how can someone that started out as a fake band be so good? If you're not a band, how do they know how to make that music and play those things? I don't understand. I couldn't just suddenly do it.
They're well crafted, like pop songs. I think they're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
You could, but no,
and-
you couldn't.
I couldn't because I don't have the skills to play it. I couldn't.
I still think there must be a musical outlet for you somewhere. There's got to be. You're so passionate and
This is
informed about music.
This is it, man. This is it.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a
talking
musical
about it is as
outlet.
good as it gets.
You have to design your own instrument or something.
Well, we'll
It'd be
talk
good
about
at the
that later.
spoons.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wouldn't. I don't have the rhythm.
Your rhythm's been a bit lacking, hasn't it? It has to be something where there doesn't have to be a rhythm.
Yeah.
So a bit more loose.
Right.
It'd be completely unique, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You could just be like a noise artist, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
There's got to be something.
Yeah. Around this time, today's other guests, Kati joined as part of the collaboration between different things they do. So she does the fashion side of Chicks on Speed. The second album came out in 2003, 99 Cents. Probably their biggest release, I guess. They got collaborations with Peaches, La Tigre, which was Kathleen Hanna's band after Bikini Kill, Tina Weymouth from Talking Heads, and Tom Tom Club as well. And they cover the Tom Tom Club's Wordy Rapping Hood, which Tina does also feature on.
I watched that before this, actually. Watched the video.
Is there a video? I never watched
think
videos.
so.
Okay.
On YouTube, yeah. I think there is.
And again, about this time, the kind of electro clash that basically took off bands like CSS and Fisher Spooner, if you remember them, and ARE weapons and stuff. There was a whole kind of thing going on, right?
Was there Uwe Pissin? Not Uwe yeah, Uwe Pissin, wasn't that the guy that died?
What's that?
Uwe Swimming Pool.
You're really multilingual today.
Yeah, Uwe Swimming Pool, that's it.
Is he from Newcastle?
From Camden. They did Dance the Way I
the swimming
Feel.
pool, lads.
Oh, this was in
Okay.
2009, though, so it was much later.
I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
ignore me.
Okay. That's all right.
He jumped off he basically jumped off it's an interesting story. He jumped off a lighting rig or something at a gig, and he killed one of the crowd.
Oh, wow.
And or he paralyzed them or something horrible, and he couldn't handle it, so he killed himself.
Oh, man.
Oh, fucking hell. What a story.
I thought you were going to say he was going to jump into a swimming pool.
Thanks for
Hang on, yeah.
Thanks for bringing us down.
Here we go. Look, on August 2020, or 20th of August 2010, Charles Haddon, the lead singer of the band, died after a performance at Pukkelpop, Belgium. He died by suicide in the backstage parking area. He's reported to have been distressed after he feared he had seriously injured a young girl earlier after a stage dive. Haddon was 22 years old.
And was
And
she
had he
okay? The
injured her?
girl that had he injured her?
I'm not sure.
What does it say?
How could they not follow that up
doesn't
and
say.
write that story?
So as well as releasing music, Chicks on Speed also doing various kind of exhibitions and all kinds of different collaborations and workshops and cool art stuff basically. Third album, Press the Spacebar, came out in 2004. They had a few more albums, Cutting the Edge in 2009, Astravaganza in 2014, and they've just got a new album which is part of this big box set which has just come out now. Basically, it's just out I think this week or this month, so it's good timing. We've got Here and Nowtopia or Heretopia, 5 LP box set with loads of stuff on it basically. So yeah, they've kept going, they've kept changing, making new alliances, new collaborations, finding interesting cool art shit to do, and that's Chicks on Speed, man. Yeah.
So how did the interview come about?
I
I noticed that Alex spoke to you by name, so I wondered if you knew her at all.
No,
Right,
I didn't.
interview.
Although she is a professor
sorted it out.
in Norway these days. Neil did it as usual. Yeah,
Nothing to do with it.
she works as a professor of digital performance in Norway, which is cool, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
No, she was just a
they've
very
all got cool.
friendly person.
Yeah, they're really nice. All right, so let's have a listen to the interview and then we'll have a chat after. It's Alex and Kati. Apologies for the pronouncement. Pronouncement? That's not even the right word.
Pronunciation.
No, it's actually pronunciation. It's a common mistake.
Right, okay. Anyway, here it is. We'll have a chat after. Enjoy.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I know you said you're in Costa Brava. Is that right? Both of you?
Yeah. No, we're actually in different places, but I'm north of Barcelona. We just had a concert here, our first concert for the album and box set, and it's at it's a town called La Bisbal, and they say it's the new sort of cultural happening center outside Barcelona now. So it's an amazing community of artists, and actually a lot of circus people are there as well. So yeah.
Yeah, very cool. How about you, Katy? Where are you?
I'm in Berlin at the moment. So I live in Berlin, and we meet in different places.
Yeah, different people in different places, people in different towns, as the song goes.
Yeah.
And I'm in Tokyo, so
you're in Tokyo.
International.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's our favorite place.
Oh, is it?
Amazing.
Great. Okay. Wait, so you mentioned it, your new box set and album and single as well, right? What can you tell us about that?
So, I mean, we could tell you a little bit. We could start with Meat and Drag, or Katy. So actually there's a few singles out at the moment. So there is Meat and Drag, there's Synthesize and Cookies.
Yeah.
And so Meat and Drag, it was actually part of an artistic research project together with the Greek philosopher, goddess, Sophia Astasiou. And so she wrote an academic paper and was part of a bigger grant called mitigation, and that means meat reduction in Norway. So we started to work in a very different way with our music, where we saw our music, our pop music, as modes of research, and to work in very slow ways. So the songs are developed in a way completely opposite to AI. So we see it as like doing a lot of experimentation through research, through performance, through writing, and then creating the song, and then creating the video. And of course, all elements are interconnected. So it's almost like this polymorphic idea of like stretching an idea across a lot of different mediums. So costume, textiles, sound, jewelry. But Katy, you might want to talk about those incredible costumes that you made for this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I'm the costume department, and it's always a really great process. I always love it, because there's the idea and then the concept, and then they're like so we always like go like back and forth, and send ideas and send suggestions. And I heard about this project coming up, and so we got really into I did a lot of research for the meat dresses, and using I painted meat on a fabric to kind of create those just like the white fat lines on a dyed piece of fabric. And then I made costumes, so they were really like kind of I tried to embed the texture, I did a lot of frills, like the what is it called, the inside the body, the organs,
the sinews, the flesh.
And, yes, so everything was really like textured and like but like I usually do the costumes like most of the time, not all the time, in Berlin in my studio, and then send it wherever they are needed. So sometimes I'm part of the filming or of the performance as well, but sometimes I'm just like, we'll send stuff out, and which is always really amazing, because of course I know them by heart. So but it's always like really amazing to see the costumes come alive, like working on them in the studio on a doll, and then like sending them somewhere, and then seeing them in a video, which is always like really amazing. And there was also this exhibition in Trondheim then combined with
because as we really know, it's what we're doing is it's like visual music. It's performative, it's performance art. It's never just the song alone. So you can find from Meet and Drag, you can find the article by Sophia online, for those that are really interested, because she got really into drag culture. And actually during COVID, so she really was able to research like RuPaul's Drag Race and then various philosophical ideas around this meat replacement as drag, and questioning what is meat, what is actually meat. That's what the song sort of asks, so I'm a
what is it?
I am sleazy, juicy, and tasty too. So it's really playing, and the song was also a collaboration together with the artist Leslie Johnson as well, who works with us a lot at the moment, and Kangela Tomokratish, a drag queen from Athens, who's doing a lot of activism in Athens, and Orlan. I don't know. Do you know Orlan, Luke? Orlan,
no, I don't.
Orlan is a carnal artist actually did like around 8 performance surgeries in hospitals. So using the surgery as a stage, and all of the surgeons were dressed in Pierre Cardin as well. So we're really building off of this, very, wow, it was quite shocking, this kind of performance art where she was not fully sedated, being like cut open and things like this. And it's very much related with this sort of feminist histories of carnal art and performance art. So, with all of this in mind, a Meet and Drag is part of this method that we develop now called slow song science. So it is really the opposite of AI. It's the opposite of large language models. It is saying humans we create in a very different way, and it's not fast. It's not about putting things on Spotify and just taking up space. It is being absolutely rigorous with the song, and we did that 4 years to make the song.
Wow.
You don't believe it? It's true, isn't it, Kati?
I mean, what
How can you do that?
What's going to happen next? Like AI. I mean, is there anything we can do to stop this acceleration,
We're so uninterested, yeah. So we're both teachers, Kati and I also. We teach at various places, but mainly Trondheim Academy of Fine Art. And if ever you ask the students about AI, I think they just laugh. It's just not a serious topic, So
as in they laugh because it's just part of everyday life.
We've been making a song for 4 years, and I would not even know how to read this song,
Yeah. There was a thing in the news today in Japan. There's this a famous Japanese like pop songwriter. He wrote a song, and then he trained AI to write a song based on his songs, and then they put him out to the public, not knowing which one was his and which one was the AI, and voted which one was the best, and the AI won. This was a thing that came out today. Yeah.
Wow.
But like the most famous kind of J-pop kind of songwriter producer out there. So I don't know. Right?
I don't know either, because I mean, I'm in general a really like old school, I would say, very analog person. So, but also that's like also like how I work as well. Like, I love just touching fabrics, materials, and like, feel it. And also I read recently that like, that it's so important. I mean, AI is there. So we like, it's everywhere basically, but, it's a tool. It's actually, exactly. And, but also it says that, that is so important also to have real conversations and like also meet people, socialize, and that is a different, and you can feel it in your body as well, to kind of like if you're having also if you maybe can't tell like immediately, but it makes a difference if it's like a real interaction or if it's like a AI tool or
Sure.
But it's there to kind of like I mean, you can use it for various things, of course, but it's also a decision you make.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, maybe I just want to talk more about, before talking about the rest of the singles, like we just worked with this incredible witch. She's the witch of Chicks on Speed. She's based in the UK. Where is Kate? Kate Thomas, Dr. Kate Thomas. She has a PhD from Oxford University. And so it was this amazing encounter, you know. She brings back this knowledge that was lost. Obviously, you know, the patriarchy tried to hide all of this knowledge because women were running their own businesses and you know, leading the society at the time. And so this knowledge, you know, bringing this back is very empowering for us as a group, and to see how, you know, we can collaborate in another discipline and where this goes to. And it's not something that AI can do in that moment. And so for us, it's like, it's totally arbitrary, AI. It's just not in fact. Of course, you can ask like for a line or two in a song, and that's fine, but you keep building on it. You know, it's a tool, you know. But anyway, so this collaboration now with a witch, so going into this very rich history of witchcraft is, I think, something. It is about experimentation and going forwards. And, you know, people have said, oh, Chicks and Spit are really ahead of their time. And I think it is because we have this curiosity, this sort of urge to keep innovating. And I think it's innovation, you know, that is important. But also, like Kati, what you're saying, it's our contact with each other and responding to each other, meeting up. Of course, we're doing a lot online and we can't always meet. But it is these encounters, you know, now also with Kate Thomas, then Anat comes in and Unora comes from Iceland. And what we create in the moment isn't something that can be repeated either. So now it's like each show that we build is it's this unique piece of live performance art. And I think that going back to also the origins of performance, it was about these encounters and it wasn't about the recorded music, because now we've been betrayed by Spotify and they're investing in horrible, you know, arms and the genocide, the ongoing genocide of Gaza and Palestine. So, you know, for us, it's important to be able to control what is it that our art, where is it shown, how is it disseminated, and I think through it brings importance back into this live experience. And you know, it's this thing also, if we don't put all our videos online, you know, we save everything. We've saved everything. We saved Kati's costumes for 28 years now. And now we have all our performance artworks and can produce something that isn't, you can't emulate it. It's like Kati did this incredible, Kati, you have to talk about that workshop you did on Saturday or Friday with the trampoline.
Oh yeah. So we, at Costa Brava, it was this festival, like with a lot of different people from this. It's not a big town. It's like but it's like it's a community there, a really creative community. And it wasn't this old factory of like old tile factory, because in the area they're doing a lot of tiles, or used to do a lot of tiles. So they rebuilt this building and putting studios in chroma space, like recording studios. So it's really inviting all the people. So and I did a workshop with a textile workshop, creating and so El Trampoli is this group. They take care of neurodivergent people and work with them. So they have a shop there where people can bring their old clothes and their old, I don't know, furniture, whatever they don't need anymore. They would sell it, and the money would help them to kind of like do their things and like get taken care of. And so they gave us a lot of clothes to kind of work with. So, and some women, I think we were 6 or 7, some women from the area, like all working in crafts and textile art, like a shop owner, a costume designer, jewelry, pottery, everything, like all mixed. And so we took the clothes. We had 4 hours, and so we made them, we chickified them. So like put a lot of colors on, like changed, cutting, adding, taking away. And it's really 4 hours isn't a lot of time to kind of
There's a whole
create
collection.
a lot
It's
of. It was a
incredible.
whole collection. And in the end, it was presented by the El Trampoli people. I don't know, all like different ages, different. Like I think there were 12 models we had. So they created this fashion show, and it was just amazing, like how much fun and love and like what a great experience it was.
Yeah.
And the pieces were later auctioned for their community. So it was really successful, and it was like just like it was this real experience. It was just like,
It was so
and also I was
empowering.
thinking
It was really
it was
incredible.
really empowering. Also, how they loved walking the catwalk. It was just like we just it was it was this thing I did before, but it was like the people, they were like, so the vibe was really different, and it was so real, and also how they moved. It was like in the beginning, I was like, I don't know, I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make them feel, put a costume on and just like, but it was the opposite. They were like lifted, and it was like how they moved. It was a performance. I mean, and I was like, I really said it was like it's really. I have to think from now on, like whenever we do a performance, I want to be like them, because they just like just like don't think too much,
It's so
just
free. So
do
free.
and go with
Yeah.
the flow, and like it was really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's really
Very cool.
great.
Yeah. I mean, going back to Spotify quickly, how much control do you have over your own music and where it does get disseminated and all of that?
I think, I mean, obviously we are in this sort of music industry, and we're now with Grunland Records, which is pretty amazing, with the likes of Nina Hagen and Duff
Oh,
and
right.
Harmonia, so in company, and Neu. Cult German band now.
Sure.
So yeah, but obviously that comes along with being on platforms, like digital distribution puts you around, and you can't control that. But the thing that we can control is that certain songs are not within that scope, and certain songs are like, okay, or sounds that we make with our instruments, our object instruments, the archive of self-made musical instruments that we've got now for something like 25 years, and it's always growing. I think this is something unique to us that is not within that system. So the high-heeled shoe guitar makes certain sounds, and it's.
I wanted to ask about that. Can you tell our listeners and viewers about the high-heeled shoe guitar?
So no, but it's things like this. So in a way, we have created our mode of distribution through creating the actual vessel that contains the sounds. So one of them is a theremin tapestry that has integrated sensors and theremin technology.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That's cool.
Oh, you have to see. All of this will be in our exhibition in Munich, opening on the 16th, 17th of October.
Right.
But yeah, the high-heeled shoe guitar is something that was developed together with Steve Dawson at the CAC. When was that? Kati in Vilnius. When were we there? It was around 2007.
Oh, okay.
And the idea is that the instrument is created, but then it's this thing, it's every time it's played, it's different. So it's not like a virtuosic instrument that you repeat at the same motions and the same playing gestures and so on. Everything has its own uniqueness. So every time I play it on stage, I try to play it in another way, So it's like could involve doing handstands and then having the digital shoes on my feet and moving both and having these computationally triggered sounds mixing with these very analog sounds and using a lot of like feedback. So I think look, the instrument it's not notes that you play from the shoe. You're playing vibrations because there's 3 strings and you can't tune them. So I think just that in its very self is like challenging these notions of like Pythagoras and histories of like music and women who developed this sort of and questioning these notions of like just the virtuosic. But I also think so with an instrument like the high-heeled shoe guitar, you can become a virtuoso because the longer you play it, you have this sort of tacit understanding of what it can do how it can sound. It's like Lydia Kavana playing the theremin. She's the only one in the world that is the virtuoso of the theremin. But it's just through her having this understanding of this like knowledge under knowledge with the instrument, this embodied knowledge. And I believe in this way that we play our instruments. There are actually 2 high-heeled shoe guitars. One is for the exhibitions and one is for on stage.
Okay.
Only I play it.
Yeah, no, I saw the video of it. It looked amazing.
No, some people have tried to emulate it, but it's just that thing of like, imagine there's only like 2 instruments in the world. It's sort of cool. Yeah, and everybody can make their own instruments, you know. I think that's important. Everybody should feel free to think like it's like a character. It's like Kati creating characters, metaphors through the costumes, alter egos, you know, by extending yourself and your movement through a body-centric instrument. I just think that's massive. It's like a prop. It's a sounding prop for us. And it goes with one song. It's played for 3 minutes 50, the length of a pop song, in the live show. And then it's gone.
Wow. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Do you mind if we go back a little bit to the kind of the origin story of Chicks on Speed and how you came to be this kind of multifaceted thing rather than just a conventional band?
Oh, I think that was there from the beginning, though. It wasn't like, I mean, so Melissa and I were at art school at Munich Art Academy, and Kiki was a stylist at the time for Condé Nast, for Vogue, and just the meeting of the 3 of us, the fact that Melissa came from painting and I came from jewelry, and yeah, this merging, it was already there that we were going to work in a polymorphic way across disciplines, no? So I think that was just the start. And then I worked at the door of a techno club in Munich called Ultraschall, and it was there, you know, I first heard Miss Kitten. And I was so excited because you have these, you know, techno DJs and they didn't have any voice on any of the music. And I was like, God, it's so always these beats. Where's the female voice? And Miss Kitten that night when she played Frank Sinatra's Dead, I was like, I want to do a band that sounds like that. And then so she was just this huge inspiration in the beginning. And also Electric Indigo and Gudrun Good, really. I think that really nurtured us to feel that we could create a band. And then meeting Upstart at Ultraschall, who had the record label, you know, it's all this community. It's always a community of practice. These things don't happen in isolation, you know. And meeting, and I have to say, really, the big inspirations were these linkages between, you know, the techno scene in Germany and Detroit, and we were very much inspired by Underground Resistance and Drexciya, and this is where it all comes from. So I hope that I believe that we're part of that scene still. So.
Okay, yeah. Did you have anything to do with like the digital hardcore scene that was going on around that time as well?
Oh, no, but we know them. But no, that's Berlin.
That's okay. Yeah, that's a big difference. That's a completely different, separate thing.
No, but I mean, everyone's, you know, we're all interconnected somehow. But I think we were more building synergies with like, you know, Peaches and Gonzalez. This was sort of our family in Berlin.
It's a different thing. Yeah.
You know, we'd performed similar nights, and seeing the way that they performed, we'd then go, wow, they're really entertaining people. And then we'd get sort of absorbed into their thing a little bit, and we're all taking things from each other, you know. So.
Okay. Yeah. And so when you start getting picked up by like the music press, especially like the UK music press, I was in the UK at the time, which is how I came to know. I mean, how was that kind of being famous?
Oh, you know, that was all planned out. That was Piers Martin. he was in Chicks on Speed. People didn't know that at the time. It was all
okay.
He was the journalist member of the band. So I mean, we weren't really a band at that moment. We were a fake band, and it's true, we were a fake band. We hadn't performed on stage, and we had cutouts, and that's when we met you in Berlin.
So right early on. Okay.
Yeah, and I think it was getting thrown in the deep end, but I think that's always a good thing. You know, if you do all the things that you know how to do, maybe we wouldn't have become a band. I don't know. It was
Sure,
that all of a sudden peers said you are a band, and then you have to become one. You know, you chase after your image a little bit, and I think we did that. And we did actually perform with the cutouts quite a few times, and then we replaced the cutouts of ourselves with our real selves.
Sure.
And yeah. Does that answer a little bit?
Yeah, completely. So I mean, like, so putting that first album together, did you have like songs and stuff, or was it on the fly?
Yeah, I mean, we had those songs because we'd remixed DJ Hell, Warm Leatherette, and Trash Girl, but it was really through friends discovering this sort of new wave, sort of German sound. You know, in Australia, I'd only heard like B-52s or Olivia Newton-John, ABBA. You know, it was like Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. But so then being exposed to like Kleenex and Delta 5 and obviously Gudrun and Malaria, this was the foundations. So we really were links in a longer chain that was connected to dub and then also you know, the Raincoats and the Slits, and we joined on to that. And obviously then there was also at the same time, you know, it was like 97, so there was Bikini Kill was very inspirational for us. But again, we're links in this chain, and we're just one of those now, and there's others that have come after us and are connecting on to what we're doing now. So yeah.
Sure. And the image was a big part of it. So Katy, was that your side of things?
Yes.
No, but also like I came in a little bit later. So I met you 2001 in Berlin, actually, and I was doing my diploma for my fashion school. So I wasn't into the music scene. Of course, I was like a listener and like a consumer of music. And
for example, what were you? Who were you into?
I was a fan of Kaltes Klares Wasser of Chicks on Speed. I was really like, this was like, whoa, no way, really. I was like, and I had to plan my diploma show, and there was like Jean's Team and like all these Berlin music bands, and so I had to plan my show, and I almost chose the song. I was like, this would have been such a great story. so I always was using almost what you think. Yes. But in the end, I think I used Mouse and Mars, but it was like, and then it was a really like, I was like, wow, it's amazing. I loved it a lot. And then I met like through very like coincidences, Berlin time, and I met Alex, and I invited her to my diploma show, and she came. I was like, oh my God, incredible. And like, since then we work together, and Alex is like, she has this superpower of like getting people like, and start working with them. It's like really amazing. Like, and that's also the story of Chicks on Speed as well, to kind of like, do all these collaborations and like, and this is like, creating new things with a lot of different people coming from different areas and like arts, and so it's like it's really this this is the energy.
You have to, Katy, you have to talk about because Katy works on stage since a long time with us, no, Katy? She came on stage with a sewing machine and a contact microphone, so that was her object.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there was a moment. So we did costumes. We were printing T-shirts and merch like on your attic, on the really dusty attic in Berlin. I think there's no more such a dusty attic in Berlin anymore. So they're all like penthouse,
gentrified.
Now. Yeah. But at some point they were like, Alex said, okay, you have to come with us on stage and perform. I was like, I don't think so. It's like, or at least I haven't thought about like performing as well. So, but somehow I did. And it was like, it was a really freeing moment, and really like, so, oh, wow. Okay. That's something, I kind of like. And so, I brought my sewing machine on stage, the contact microphone it and used the sound for the show, which was really fun. And also
cool.
like knitting needles we had, all sorts of things.
And knitting needles were amped up, making the
or like really close to the microphone. So maybe I can't remember, but I think it was more that.
And now you've got some. Kati just made some bespoke glass knitting needles, no?
Oh,
yeah. But we didn't record it yet, so this was
so it makes a different sound when it. Okay,
it makes an amazing sound. Yeah, yeah.
For embedding. What is it for, Kati? The glass knitting?
It's like Kate told us about it. It's like so witches use glass knitting needles to kind of embed spells into the knitted piece. So either you use it for magic work, or you make something for yourself or another person to kind of protect. To put protection spells in it. It works with glass knitting needles, so because it's like it goes through the material you knit with. And of course they're really delicate as well. And then she told me about the glass knitting needles, and I wasn't able to find some glass needle, of course, because they're not really practical, because they would break. And like so I found this glass maker, or do you say glass maker? No, glass.
Whatever.
Glass person. Yeah. And so I found this guy in Berlin, and I just emailed him, "Hey, can you do glass knitting needles?" He was like, "I think so." So I sent him a sketch, and then he made glass knitting needles. Which is, so this is a very new.
Yeah. And that came from the collaboration with the witch on speed.
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Speaking of collaborations, how was it working with some like you work with, I think, Tina Weymouth and Latigra? Oh, I love Latigra. On the Wordy Rapping Hood track. How was that?
Yeah, I mean that was that was special, because I actually, when I was like 13 and living in a small town, Bowral in Australia, I remember walking down the street one day and I saw the billboard for Stop Making Sense. And there was this jacket on it, and I was like, "Wow, what's that?" And I don't know, it just was a Sunday, and I went, "I'm going to go in there." And I sat down, and it changed my life seeing that film. And I actually believed that the jacket was really getting bigger. I mean, when you see it later, when you're sort of more of an adult, and you're like, okay, then it wasn't really. But at the time, it just like, I was like, wow, Pop, anything's possible. And I think this was just infused me that was just something to do, to make the impossible possible, or these world building. And then I was always a really big fan of Tina Weymouth, and also the way the costumes that she wore. And actually, the first encounter we had getting closer to Tina was with Jean-Charles de Castelbajac in Paris, and he actually made that one dress that has the world on it. And I always liked the way she spoke to, being in a band that was from a lot of different places. So it's like, going across borders, and the sound is like that as well. It's from a lot of cultural influences, and the collaboration was always there in their stage shows. And in that costume, it just embeds all of these ideas. I think it's a really critical costume, this piece. Anyway, so that was one thing. And then we ended up playing a concert. I think it was in Amsterdam. It was with our friends Tracy and Frank, who were promoting our concerts in the Netherlands, and they were very good friends with Tom Tom Club, and so we performed with them. And then from then on, we just became sort of like corresponding, and asked if we could remix Wordy Rapping Hood. So that's how that sort of came about. And then obviously us being part of this bigger feminist electronic music scene, we thought it would be really appropriate to reflect that in that song, and just happened to pass this kitten on the street in Berlin, and Peaches, and hey, come in, and then wrote to Jackie and Johanna and Kathleen. And I think that was also the thing, Chicks on the Speed Records was this symbol of like also being a record label, and so trying to use our stage to nurture women and trans queer artists around us. And I think that song is sort of the start of that. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. On the kind of feminism issue, I know that it's female bands often get asked questions about feminism and women's issues and things like that. And I'm doing it in the spirit of, critique and the deconstruction. What's your opinion about? I mean, what is your stance on all of this?
We're just a really inclusive group, and I think feminism is always moving and shifting and reinventing itself. And I think, scholars like Jack Halberstam are really interesting. Also, our feminist curator, Xavier Rakistan, is really important in our dialogues or our approaches to feminism. Feminism is it's like art. Art always needs to reinvent itself. It always has an importance to pull society along, to make change, to make very necessary change. And feminism is it's more important than before. I mean, it's more important to now face to think about ways of community building to deal with the rise of fascism. Feminism has always represented minority groups, and of course we're talking about a trans queer drag feminism. This is something that we would identify with now. There was third wave feminism, fourth wave. We're in all those waves, and now we're in the next wave. And I think anyone who is perhaps putting down feminism, I don't know that they really understand what it is, because feminism has given us what we have today as women. What my mother she didn't go to university, and she enabled me to do so many things, but it was because, it's we keep building, we keep struggling, we can't stop struggling. There's still inequalities, drastic inequalities, whether it's in the workplace, wherever. So this is just ongoing, and that's part of our struggle. Yeah.
Katy, anything to add to that?
I think it's all about awareness as well. Just listen and talk and collaborate, create. It's and include everyone and talk about it. Yeah.
And maybe also just to reference Lynn Hirschman Leeson, who's a feminist artist and made that wonderful, very, very important film, I War, and Women Art Revolution. And highly recommend everybody to watch that. But
say the title again. What is it?
Women Art Revolution. But she proves the point. She speaks about this. It's and again, it's these links in a chain. But it's also knowing those ideas that they have struggled for then and worked to bring into the mainstream, they can get lost. So it's up to the next generations to reinterpret and reversion those ideas, which could be us reversioning the Raincoats or a song from the Slits or Kleenex, Delta 5, because it re-embeds these ideas back into the society, because they can very, very quickly get lost, and then we're back to where we were again.
Yeah. Do you think things are going backwards?
Sorry.
Go on.
Sorry. No, I just wanted to add that's it is really important to kind of educate all always, to because I also grew up in a small village, and it's and there I knew about things but not enough, and I'm still learning day by day, and also by meeting people, by listening to stories, and looking at art, looking at music, films, whatever. So it's this ongoing process, and I think it is now it's a really times where not everywhere, but some areas it goes backwards again, and therefore it's really important educate yourself and be loud.
Sure.
And also, I think that part of working with Dr. Kate Thomas is her interpretation of feminism is very different. It's from the vantage point of witchcraft. And we're discovering this. So this needs to be brought up into the mainstream. Collaborating with Kate will help us learn about this and be able to embed this into our very work, whether it's through knitting it with glass knitting needles, or singing or chanting, or creating spells in the beginning of our concerts. So this is the new feminism.
And like listen to intuition as well. I think because we lost intuition, like and that's a really powerful tool as well we have. And
that's it. Yeah, everything became rationalized, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. I want to talk about the idea of art and music. You know, when people see like art attached to any kind of genre of music, there's kind of the tendency to think it's kind of pretentious, kind of wanky kind of thing going on. I don't know. I see a lot of humor in Chicks on Speed. What do you think about that, those kind of criticisms?
Wow. I don't really, I have to say we're so busy working all the time. I think when there's really interesting interviewers and I suppose you're talking about like critics. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not even really sure what to answer. No, what I could say is like with art and music, I think I mean, these are just, look, they're just boxes that they put you in, but I feel like what we do is this all-encompassing artwork, and it has been challenging for some people to perhaps read what we do because there's ambiguity, but it's just using, like, I like to use this word now because this wonderful artist Atma from Beirut and a lot of Lebanese artists have worked with this method of steganography, which is embedding meanings, political meanings into art, into music, into fashion, into any medium, into film. And I think this is really important for Chicks on Speed, is to, in this time of where there will be censorship, is to find out how can you make your art in the most powerful way and political way and a humanist way without being censored. And we have never been censored, and I don't intend to think that, or we don't intend to be censored. So it's using methods of embedding meanings in art going forwards. This is very important. So when you think about art and music, there are perfect mediums in which to do that. But also it's not just that, because a stage show is, it is made up with a lot of different components. I think that the lighting is just as important as a piece of textiles or a move. All of these are expressions of, facing, say, societal challenges. A song like Meat and Drag, that's a perfect example. Every aspect of that artistic expression is a symbol for something, is a meaning. And so art and music do this together in tandem, and one is not more important than the other. Like, I can't hear music without seeing the connections that it's expanding into, it's like also, I think it's I think maybe that's too limited to say art and music. It's architecture. It's what you smell in, let's say synesthesia, color, sound, and it's way more than just art and music. And it's, I think it's also artistic research now. There's this wonderful field, especially in Scandinavia, which goes across multiple mediums and invents itself inside this format of the exposition, which is a non-linear expression of research. And that's the now.
Yeah. Again, Kathy, any comments on the relationship between art and music? Or are they one thing?
I mean, they're all like something we create, and it's like, and they have this in common, and it's like I love collaborating, and I think that's that's really powerful to collaborate with like different fields, like any, and that's what Chicks on Speed also stands for, like to kind of like invite different people, different from different genres, and that's something I really I think it's quite unique as well to kind of like, I mean, that of course there are like art groups and everything, but it's like, but it's always like reinventing somehow. So that's really powerful, I think.
Yeah, I think I completely agree. I think it's very cool. Yeah, what you do. All right, thank you for giving us so much time. There's one more question, if that's okay, and it's a question we ask every single guest, the same question. So usually we focus on 90s music is our main kind of focus in the podcast. So, which other band from the 90s would you have liked to have been in, and why? Is the final question.
I have to look at something now, just 1 second, because I want to say the name properly.
Yeah, okay,
Maybe
okay.
First, Kati, do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I'm just like trying to think.
You might have to edit this because we're having a bit of fun.
It's all right.
Yeah,
Take your time.
yeah.
It flummoxes everyone,
Actually,
so don't take your time. Take your time.
I like what comes into my mind now is like I grew up in this small, really rural village in Bavaria, and it's really funny because there was like a really big music scene coming from there, which is like No Twist, Consoli, and there was one guy, and his project was called Rumpeln, which means like what is Rumpeln? It's like if a really loud sound, which maybe rocks make when they roll down the hill. So, and I saw his performance end of the 90s in a teeny tiny bathroom at some, I don't know, student place, and was very much impressed because it was like really noisy sound and incredible, yeah, very powerful. So I was really impressed by this. Just like creating sounds and like in a weird setting and surrounding. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Alex,
So
how about you?
It's so you were asking who one would like to play with, or as a
Yeah, or been in the band or played with is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a really big fan of Farouz, the Lebanese singer.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
To even play on the same stage, or yeah, I think that would be a dream come true.
And why? What's the special point about Farouk?
The music, the lyrics. I mean, it's very much songs of resistance for not just the Lebanese people, but for the Palestinian cause, and in a way she's a voice of West Asia and just this beauty that comes out of these cultures, and yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's very cool. All right. So, anything else you want to plug, or where can people find the new single and album and box set and everything like that? We didn't talk about the box set.
We didn't talk about
do you want to do a quick plug?
And synthesize, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want people to know about, basically, before we finish?
Yeah. No, we have Kati. We just made 2 music videos for Senseless Things and Cookies, so they're already out. And those singles are available. And so the album comes out on the 17th of October with the box set. So it's all in one. It's Here and Now and Heretopia.
Okay. And the box set is like a retrospective?
Yeah, it's a futurospective. So there's a lot of
unreleased. Nice.
A lot of unreleased material on there, like, specials like we'd recorded with a 35-piece orchestra in Sabadell outside Barcelona. With this wonderful Mallorcan pop star Terremoto de Alcorcón. She's like the Madonna of Spain. And so, that's released, and she did a reversion of We Don't Play Guitars, so interpreted by this awesome youth orchestra. And then, how to make a high-heeled shoe guitar. So we did like a how-to, so people can actually, I was saying only I play it, but you can actually go away and make your own at home. There's the manual also on the Instructables page.
Great.
So there's those, and then there's inside the box is a scarf for the Meat and Drag song designed by Leslie Johnson. and a booklet where we've got photos from all of the amazing photographers that we've worked with over the years. Like for example, Wolf-Dieter Grabner, who we worked with for like 15 years. And the designer Walter Schönauer also worked with us. Tina Frank, who we've worked with for like 5 years, and on our live shows. And Tina's done some record covers. There's also the Idiobics warm-up by Sophia Estaciu, who I was mentioning before, who worked with us on the Mitigation Meet and Drag song. And of course, we've worked together with Christopher Just, Gerhard Podotznik, Raman Bauer, Armageddon Turk, who are collaborators, producers of ours for the whole duration of Chicks on Speed. So, yeah.
Sounds great. All right. Thank you very much. All right. I'm going to stop the recording. Don't escape just yet. One moment, please. But thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
It's great to.
Thank you very much.
So there we go. Alex and Catty from Chicks on Speed. It's a good one, that. I enjoyed it. It's a bit like last week's. I didn't know much about that. Yeah, just sort of scene. It was interesting. Enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought it was a really good interview, actually. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, a bit more. I said,
Yeah, you're
a
in
bit
your
more
element with
highbrow.
some of it, weren't you?
Why'd you cut it so? Why'd you cut it so short?
Oh, I did it. It was pretty long. It's like 50 minutes or so. It was, yeah.
All right, Dave.
Oh, yeah, I'm just getting used
went,
to the 70-minuters.
Yeah, no, it's about right.
Sometimes, ideally they would be 45 minutes to an hour, but sometimes they go on a bit longer because people have more to say,
Yeah.
Luke decides, though, ultimately. He's the interview master. What he says.
Yeah.
Well, you got to read. You got to read the atmosphere. It's about
It's like a mixtape.
Well,
it's well crafted. He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
But a lot of interesting shit came up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we talk about some of it?
Talk about the AI discussion was quite interesting.
Yes. Let's have.
I thought when you were telling her about that Japanese experiment, I was thinking, oh no, she's not going to like that at all.
Yeah.
Why? Because that's the whole point of the story, right?
I mean, it's getting real now. AI can make music easy. You could literally just tell it what to do, and it'll make it, and you won't notice. For some genres of music, you won't notice what's happened. I just think it just means that live performances are going to be more important than ever, because that's where you really get to see a band. AI can't do that.
I think it is interesting in the question of what is art and stuff, and because I think it shows that by definition, art is something humans do. And it's just, it will never be art.
No, it
just
won't.
By definition. But of course.
Yeah, because it's not creative. Art is creativity, and AI is not creative. So.
But if you don't know what's AI and what isn't, then how do you know what's art and what isn't?
Well, a human might be fooled by it, but something AI creates de facto, if that's right word, is not art. It just can't be.
I mean, I've tried it.
Go through the creative process.
No, I've come up with some lyrics and put it through this AI thing. I said, just make me a goth rock song with these lyrics. And it's pretty good. I could put it out.
Yeah, but it hasn't created it.
It's not art. Your lyrics are the art.
No, I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying it's that easy.
Okay. But I think Dave's right. It's not art. And I think their stance, kind of anti-AI, is the way to go. Even if it takes 4 years to make a fucking song, it's got to be the way to go, right?
I'm not being horrible to the majority of people that listen to music, but most of them don't care about any of that, right? We do, obviously, and people that listen to this podcast do, but the average consumer doesn't care how it's made.
I don't know. So, like, in that experiment, the AI was trained on this guy's own music and nothing else. So it was just basically making, a mechanical version of this guy. But like Dave said, that's not creativity.
No,
and then if you've got AI being trained on other AI, then it's just going to get completely out of balance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. You'll see the real artists from the fact, like people like me that just want music to be famous and make a name for themselves. AI is brilliant. Don't have to have any talent, really.
No, but you can steal from other people, which is what AI is.
Well, it's not
theft.
I guess it is, yeah. But it's theft that
of course it is.
I won't get done for.
Yeah. Well, they should regulate against it, though, because it's literally it's like intellectual property theft. Yeah.
I agree.
I don't agree with that. I think whatever's on the internet is fair game. You know,
of course not.
Unless you say I'm putting this on the internet and I do not want any AI model to process this.
Well, no, we've got copyright and we've got intellectual property laws, and you can't just because it's on the internet, you can't just hoover up everything without paying for it.
Well, that's just what
Ed Sheeran keeps nicking people's stuff,
and that should be illegal.
For it. Yeah, it keeps.
Yeah, I mean that's the debate that's going on, isn't it? At the moment, quite a lot. Whether it shouldn't be a debate,
they're breaking the law. They're breaking the law.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with that. I think if it's on the internet and it's not protected by anything, it's fair. It's just fair game.
But most things are protected because most things are copyrighted, right?
Yeah, but you can't copy it, but you can read it and watch it.
Yes,
but AI is reading it. AI is taking it without paying for it.
AI is doing something like a brain does, but just massive amounts. It's like reading everything, and processing everything.
But for example, like if I write a research paper, which I do a lot, then I have to buy the books with money and read them. I don't care if I'm not saying it's morally better to sit and read than be a computer, but I have to pay money for the books or pay money to access the articles, which these people have put a lot of hard-earned time and money into producing.
This is the problem with AI.
And I think I should pay for those. They shouldn't be free. And then I can use them and cite them and everything when I write the articles. But there's no citation, and they don't pay for the things that they've used. It's fucked.
The problem with AI is the same problem they got. It's done now, but with social media, is there's not enough regulation to start off with, and then it's just going to be the Wild West.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's like all these things. They're
still early enough
from the onset.
Put it in though.
But you're paying for, Luke. AI can't read that either. It would have to pay.
Yes, it can.
Unless they put it online.
But if someone can put it online, right?
Yeah, if someone has stolen it and put it online, they could potentially read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is wrong.
It's fucked. But I guess the notes that I made, I guess it'll never be authenticity, will it? You can't create a movement through AI or be punk or anything like that.
No.
DIY.
No, exactly. Yeah. And again, and I think like what the Chicks on Speed do really well is it's not just making a song. It's a whole collaboration. It's the performance is the big part of it, and that can't be reproduced with AI.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's
collaboration between people can't be reproduced.
That's what I mean. Like live performances, that AI will never be able to recreate that. Not in the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's scary though. It's scary how good it's becoming. Week on week, even as we have these discussions, it gets better each time. It's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Bit mad.
Yeah.
Songs as modes of research. I don't really know what she meant. I have to be honest, but I quite enjoyed the discussion.
Yeah. But it's like we were talking the other week about PJ Harvey, putting that extra kind of time to kind of sit down and research and travel and make notes, and then only then, use that knowledge and skill to produce a song. And I think I really like that. It's taking it seriously,
Yeah, 4 years to make a song. That's different to typing into AI.
A little bit. Yeah. It's great.
But on that, the new song, Meat and Drag, I got the sense that I didn't really understand what it means. What's meat?
Well, that's what they said. What is meat? That's what she said. What's meat?
What is it?
Well, what do you think it is?
And that's the other film I watched. Well reminded. I watched a film called The Farm, which is about basically humans. They get like kidnapped, and it's like a human farm. So it's like a farm, but all caged up humans getting milked and stuff. It's a bit grim.
Fucking hell.
And the people running it they've just got masks on like animals. But they're humans, but they've got animal masks on.
Huh. Interesting. I like
and
that.
they sell the meat
Yeah.
to like restaurants and stuff. But it could have been good, but the acting was very wooden. But it was quite a good idea.
It's a good concept.
A film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what are we talking about?
Well, maybe that's what meat is, isn't it? We are.
Maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe you should wear a meat dress to the next barn dance.
A meat shirt. I don't wear a dress. I mean, I'm not against it, but I wouldn't wear a dress.
Would you wear a meat shirt?
Well, get her to design you one.
Might do.
Yeah. Get Cathy on the case. A checked meat shirt.
Dogs in the neighbourhood would go mental.
They would. They would.
You get ripped apart on the way back from your barn dance. The fox
that could be the art piece, right? That's like when Yoko Ono did the kind of cutting off the clothes kind of art exhibition. That famous.
Yeah, you just get ripped to shreds by hounds.
Yeah, that'd be art, man. You just sit in a chair and let the dogs take the meat shirt off you piece by piece.
Yeah,
and then your skin.
But what about that? What would she call it? Carnal art.
Carnal art.
Cutting up bodies in a surgery.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah.
Sounds like that film I
Whatever
watched.
you want it to be. It's art.
It just feels a bit dangerous, that's all.
But I mean, what's plastic surgery if not cutting up bodies? Pretty much that, isn't it?
Anyway, high-heeled shoe guitar.
Yes.
That's what you could do. You
Brilliant.
could play that.
Don't know. It looks quite difficult. Yeah. Did you see the video of it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, right? So it's got like a jack in the back. You plug it in like you're plugging in an electric guitar. It's got like a jack in the back, and it's got strings.
Like a feedback sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a shoe, isn't it?
It's really cool. It's a shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, and I like the whole idea about designing your own instruments. When I was in Main Street back in Bournemouth, there was this guy. God. I can't remember what his name was now, but you'd have liked him, Luke, because he was really sort of art school. I think he moved to Paris, obviously, and did his music over there. But he used to design all his own instruments and stuff, and they were really cool. Yeah, I always used to be quite impressed by. He was really sort of immersed in the sounds and designing all these instruments to go with his music. It was very interesting. Yeah, I think she's right. I think most people are quite sort of they just stick to what they know. Whereas you can just design your own stuff, make it sound how you want.
Yeah.
If you want, if you've got the time and the
ideas. Again, yeah.
I like
AI
all that.
couldn't have come up with that one. Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of bands do it now, but the old violin bow on the guitar and stuff. Sigur Rós do it all the time, don't they? But it was made famous by who was it? The first guy to do it?
Jimmy Page, was it?
Band. Jimmy Page, I think it was. Yeah. I've tried that. It's fucking hard. It's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, just going outside the norms and experimenting.
It's great guitar show. There's something there with scissors as well, which I couldn't quite work out. What it was as well. It was some similar thing. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
No, I do like all that stuff. The theremin and all that. It's that thing's mad, isn't it? You could do that, I'm sure. All we got to do is that.
It's quite a skill though, because you have to, get the sound right.
You go.
It's not easy.
You practice. Sit in your room and practice. You become good at it.
All right.
You could be the number one thereminist in Tokyo. Is that what it's called?
There's a great documentary on Leon theremin. If anyone hasn't seen it, it's great.
All right.
The Chicks on Speed Witch.
Yes, I like that.
Interesting, eh?
We haven't spoken about witches enough on the podcast, have we?
No, we haven't. No. There's witches around your area, isn't there, Dave? Around Berwick. There's like
must be loads around there.
Central.
It's like the Blair Witch Project around there.
Yeah, they go on the Long Man and stuff, don't they? And do rituals and shit on the Long Man.
You've probably been to some of their sort of rituals. Dance around naked. You've been to
I don't know if they do that. I don't know if they do that, but they do various things on the Long Man.
Yeah, they must do. Yeah, it's quite a witchy place around there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Steeped in witchery.
Are you thinking of druids?
No, witches. White witches. Well, they used to be called white witches, like back in the day, like good witches.
I mean,
basically.
the witches of Berwick, it sounds right, doesn't it? So it is.
Yeah. It's like the witches of Eastwick.
I like that. I liked how they're having a serious conversation about witches, which is,
Yeah, me too.
I
mean, old, epistemologies and ontologies are not to be, discarded. They should be taken seriously, I think.
Yeah, I like the glass.
But there must be.
Idea.
What's the link between? And this is to Luke, really, because he knows this stuff. Between witches and.
I don't.
Well, maybe you can do it after. But what's the link between witches and feminism?
I don't know.
I guess it's what they talked
there must
about,
be a strong link.
Sure. It's it's like they were talking about like that kind of the old ways of, feminine knowledge, basically. For example, Katy gave the example of intuition, which I think is a really underrated way of knowing something, right? And it's totally discarded by Enlightenment thinking, by made by men, and suddenly it's all about everything has to be rational, but it doesn't necessarily. We can't completely discard those old ways of knowing and being.
But even the word witch is a symbol of suppression, isn't it? Like it's a negative word, right? Most people think it's a bad thing.
Yeah. And then the witches were, I guess, the first feminists, right? They were the one. Any time a woman was slightly, outside of what was socially acceptable, she was branded a witch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised that.
So I think it's really cool that they've got a witch in the band.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's great.
Yeah, I think it's great. I'm surprised that you've never been to Berlin, Luke. I think it sounds like that's where you should be.
It does. Yeah. I'd like to. Yeah,
I know a lot of people that have been there, and it's very sort of arty, and it's just a cool place, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I've been there.
I'll get there one day.
Have you?
You have?
Yeah. But it was a family trip.
Yeah.
So I didn't consume that much art.
Yeah, you've got art running out of your eyeballs, haven't you?
What's that mean?
I liked, was it what Katy said about, especially in the current climate, educate yourself and be loud. I like that. This is the problem you see at the moment. We got the silent majority just letting the idiot minority run wild, unabated.
Yeah. It's fucked.
It's not enough to be educated, is it? You have to be loud, and
Well, there is a time when you've got to stand up and just say, "Look,
I think that's soon.
This is enough.
It's got to be soon. It's got to be soon." Bloody reform outside Morrison's this week. Can't have that.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
man.
bloody hell.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Well, I think the whole conversation we had on feminism was really interesting. She said, feminism can be used to fight fascism, but it needs to evolve, and it needs to take on whatever the challenges of the day are and kind of bring society forward in that way. I think that was a really interesting thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole idea of reinvention, it's almost constantly needing to reinvent. It's almost the definition of what it is to be on the left.
Right.
Right. People that don't, they drift to the right, don't they?
Yeah.
So if you don't keep learning and being a bit humble and whatnot, you end up, I think,
dragging society back that way.
But going back to the be loud bit, it's like I know we try not to get political, but music is politics and all that. You have to sort of. It's like Labour at the moment. They never talk about all the good stuff they've done. And they are, to be fair, they're fucking a lot of stuff up, but they're not loud enough. They let other people do the talking, and they just sort of get railroaded.
Well, they're not leading, are they? If they were leading, they would say, they would talk about Brexit, for example, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But
they're
too scared.
No balls.
They've got an extremely right-wing media. It doesn't help, I guess, but
no, it doesn't. But I don't think
needs to be destroyed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like fucking. It's just sad, like the fact that you have to keep having the same fight again and again and again is fucked, right? I'm reading this book at the moment, Backlash.
Yeah.
It's written like early 90s, and it's about like how any time there's any kind of progression or any kind of slight kind of rights made for women, then there's a very violent backlash against it, basically.
Right.
And this was written early 90s, and the same thing's happening now, right? You know, it's as soon as there's any kind of slight kind of move towards equality, there's a very violent backlash. At the moment, the manosphere is the one that's doing it.
It's
fucked.
From the man. Yeah.
But it's like the stuff. It's literally exactly what's happening now, and this is 92. I think it was written.
Yeah. He managed to fit the word flummox in, which I was quite impressed with.
Not on purpose. didn't say it on purpose. Slipped out.
Brilliant. I haven't heard that word for a long, long time. It's nice to hear it in open conversation.
Thanks, man. Didn't mean to. Before we finish the feminism talk, I just want to say that the documentary that Alex recommended, Women Art Revolution, I watched that and it was very good. So thanks for the recommendation.
Where can we find it? Yeah, how do you watch it?
It's on YouTube. It's just on YouTube. Anyone can watch it. And it's just about like
fucking
women...
Final Destination bloodlines anyway.
Sure. If you want to know how basically, in America mainly, kind of female artists basically fought for the right to be heard. And it's a really, really good documentary. Yeah. So cheers for that, Alex. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, check it out.
I felt a bit, at the time, so after I did the interview, my kind of question near the end about the criticism of kind of, art. I thought that she kind of didn't like the question very much, and I was really embarrassed, and I really regretted it. But when I listened again, it wasn't that bad. She didn't seem too offended or upset. At the time, I felt really bad and guilty.
I could see her eyes glazing over. Right. Who is this?
It's been really playing on me since the interview. I should have watched it sooner. It wasn't too bad.
Typical fucking bloke.
I think I didn't phrase it very well. And I felt really bad. But it wasn't too bad listening back.
That kind of question, isn't it? Because you're saying, people say,
but this is why I thought it was a good interview. I thought you did it well.
But I'm not saying it because I'm not saying it. I love all of that.
But you're worried that it sounds like you're saying it.
Yeah, and I think I phrased it pretty clumsily, and it's been preying on my mind since I did the interview. So.
Art can be pretentious, very easily can be, can't it?
It can, yeah. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be.
But that's what I mean when I first thought, I'll go and have a listen to some of this music. I'm probably not going to like it because it's probably a bit sort of, But it wasn't. It was very accessible in the end.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun music,
But it's interesting. Like there was a song on that first album, Glamour Girls.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
it's really good. But on the face of it, it is. It could have been Alcazar. It's like a disco.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a disco feel to it. That one, it does.
Can't get it on the playlist for another one.
I'm not putting it on the playlist again, mate. It's not going on the mixtape.
Yeah, for the juxtaposition, side by side, you're going to have to now.
No,
but
not happening.
But it's obviously
it's got a kind of glittery intro, isn't it? That's good. Yeah.
But it's obviously a take on that, and it just completely changes the way you listen to it and the way it feels when you're listening to it. Even though AI wouldn't be able to tell the difference, right? Because or it would struggle to tell the difference because it's the same. It could be the same thing, but art, is about presenting the things differently, right? It's about the context.
Yeah, sure. I just think you could be arty without being completely pretentious. It's a bit like a good example of something I detest is most of the stuff that Yoko Ono's done. Watching her sitting there screaming in a room or whatever. That's just shit. It's nothing more than.
Well, it is out of context. But if it's done with a clear context and a clear purpose, then I think that's fine.
It's just shit. No.
Well, for you, because you're not bothering to learn about the intention behind it, and that's the problem.
Not having it.
But John
No,
Lennon
you
didn't
should
think
do.
so.
I don't like John Lennon.
He was
Oh man,
completely
Yoko Ono's
entranced by it.
fucking brilliant. She's great.
No.
I think she's had a real rough deal.
Yeah.
Well, she has had a rough
she's
deal.
amazing.
Yeah, her husband got shot.
Yeah. And she got blamed for breaking up the Beatles, which is, you know, the usual
that's
nonsense,
rough,
you know. She had nothing to do with
I
it.
don't like, but yeah, I couldn't. Each their own, but I could not sit and watch that. I could quite happily go
That's
to a Chicks on Speed gig, but I could not go.
Okay,
and
but
watch
let's say that, you know, before she started screaming, she sat down and she explained to everyone like the intention behind it and the purpose behind it and what she was expressing with it, and how she hoped that this kind of outward expression of whatever she was trying to say would, you know, shock people into doing whatever she wanted them to understand was behind, you know, the intention of that piece.
No, I would rather.
You're not even willing to learn. You're not even willing to learn and be educated. That's the closed-minded.
I'd rather if she said that I'm just going to sit here and scream for an hour, I'd respect her more.
Well, then you're an idiot because you're not bothering to learn and understand.
I am an idiot.
Yeah, we agree on something. All right. Yeah.
I think, you know, even dissing Yoko Ono.
Why did I do that to myself?
If you just suck, you're just swallowing all the crap the media have given you about Yoko Ono.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, why have I done this to myself?
She's cool as fuck. Yeah.
Why did I can cut this out.
No, man, keep it as a learning moment. Keep it in.
All it's done is made me look like an arsehole.
You fucking cut out my bit last week when that Dave told you to cut out, which he made it sound like he made my joke.
I didn't think anyone would notice.
He actually did cut it out, Dave. What a fuck.
I know.
Awesome.
I did it for humour because I always make
only I understood it. Yeah.
I always do it on merit each time. So this time,
but now you're going to have to cut this out so no one knows. Yeah.
Maybe I'll leave this in, or maybe I won't. You won't.
If you leave it in, you get my respect because you did make you look like a right pillock.
Yeah, no, leave it in, man. Leave it in.
I'm only joking.
This is how we have, you know, this is conversation, man.
I think I will leave it in.
Dialogue.
Because, you know, courage, I always say to other people, don't be afraid to disagree. I don't like her. I never have. Yeah. I couldn't bear going to watch any of her ridiculous pieces of art or whatever. You know,
go into why you don't like her. Why is it you don't like her? That's the interesting question.
It's a bit like, it's not her, is it? I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't like her art. I don't like what she does because I think it's all a bit pretentious, yeah.
But you haven't tried to understand it.
No. It's like these people that put like a spot on a bit of paper and say, you know, that's art. I don't agree with any of that. It's not.
It's because you haven't tried to understand it, though.
I know, but well, you know, that's.
The thing is that what Neil's saying is quite a common view of art.
It is. And I disagree with 100%. Yeah.
I don't agree with it either.
All right. What is this? Fucking gang up on me, Dave?
But I think what people confuse is how easy it would be to actually create that piece of art themselves. They think, oh, anyone could do that. I could draw a dot. Yeah. I could scream for an hour. But the point is they didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't do it.
I know that's the point. I do get that that's the point. I do. I know. It's like the guy who, have you seen it? There's an exhibition where he just basically just knocks over a bucket of sand and then everyone applauds. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
But again, you haven't tried to understand the background or the intention or the purpose behind it, you know?
But, you know, to flip it round, you know, it does give an opportunity for charlatans, right? To come
not
along.
The charlatans.
Not the charlatans who are amazing, but charlatans. Just faking it, you know, Emperor's New Clothes.
Yeah, exactly. So that could just be a guy pushing over some sand. He's got no thought behind why he's doing it. He's just like, I'll do this because people like it. I get some money, right?
But again, those kind of fakes are pretty easy to spot, you know, if you know that they don't mean it. Yeah.
But I'm not so sure though, because I look at Picasso and I think he was a charlatan. The amount of shite he spewed out.
There you go.
But at the same time, he's done some masterpieces.
He had the skill, right?
Yeah, but half the time he was just drawing breasts on paper with a pencil.
It's just an old
You can say,
Yeah.
you can say tits.
Yeah.
You can say tits.
Breast is kind of a gross word.
Didn't really want to say tits either.
Well, you could
That's
say
fine.
boobs.
That's fine.
Boobs.
Boobs.
But just not breasts.
Yeah.
Boobs is better. Yeah.
Boobs, yeah.
Boobs. Breast is maybe even
We're
worse
not
than
having,
saying tits. There's
you're
something
not allowed to
creepy
say
about
that on this podcast.
it. Yeah.
Breasts banned.
Yeah.
Anyway, that took a turn, didn't it?
There you go. There you go.
Right? This is why people should stay to the end, you see? You get all the good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why? What are you going to do at the end?
Sometimes.
This is it.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the end. This is the good stuff. Yeah. I just want to say that I think it's really, more, your typical kind of 4-piece rock band. They are kind of isolated, right? And if you're not having those kind of collaborative things happening, you are kind of limiting yourself. And I think like what Chicks on Speed do is great because it doesn't have that kind of self-limiting thing, and they're open to meeting new people and other people joining and leaving and just having this constant kind of evolving thing of what they are and what they do, and they're open and learning, and it just makes them much more interesting,
Yeah, but it's what you're in it for, isn't it? If you're in a band because you want world domination, then you're not going to do that stuff, are you?
No.
You're going to be a 4-piece rock band: guitar, bass, drums, singer.
Yeah. But what is it?
You know.
I mean, I guess if society rewards that kind of basicness, then that's the problem, right?
I mean, you can still make a career out of it, but if you don't want to be rich and famous, then you could do all that stuff. But if you do, then it ain't going to get you where you want to go, is it?
But
or
it's
it might,
sad that making interesting, cool stuff doesn't make you rich, but making dull, predictable, fucking plodding shit does.
You live in your artistic utopia where everyone gets paid for everything they do.
Oh, God.
But,
Oh, how outrageous expecting people to get fucking paid for working.
I know.
Jesus.
I know.
Anyway, I think it's
maybe
cool.
one
It's cool
day
what they do.
Maybe one day, mate.
Yeah.
In our new AI world, there might be room for.
Well, get the
this
AI
artistic
to
utopia.
do the boring stuff and leave the humans to do the creative stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It might go the other way and give us the world that you're looking for. Well, I'd quite like that too, to be fair.
We'd have to destroy capitalism first, though.
But yeah, you'd love that, wouldn't you?
Actually, Chicks on Speed have got a great song called Class War, which is all about
It'd be quite
society
not
fucks us
funny,
over.
but if capitalism did suddenly destroy itself, it'd be funny to see all the stuff that you were without that you've thought, oh shit, actually, I could do with a bit of capitalism now. So that
Why would I be without something?
Well, there's probably
What do you
loads
mean?
of stuff that you benefit from through capitalism that you just take for granted. We all do.
Like what? Like what?
I don't know. Dave, help me out.
Well, yeah, I mean,
well
it
made.
works. It works for some things, right? But the problem is we've got capitalism for everything that it's not meant, it could never work for, like running your water company.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I agree. I think we are at a turning point where stuff's got to
But
change.
communist Russia couldn't have produced the iPhone. And
Of course it could.
I think,
Right.
Of course it could. Most of
No,
those
they
technologies were
disagree.
produced in well, it's true. Most of those technologies were produced in publicly funded universities or the military. They weren't produced in private companies.
yeah, but they
You know?
wouldn't have put them together to make an iPhone.
If communist Russia can go on the fucking moon, go into space, they can make an iPhone.
Didn't happen.
Of course they can.
Moon landers
Well, we'll have
didn't
to.
happen.
We're not going to know, are we? But
Well, I've
don't
been
think they
reading
could have
about
done.
the idea of universal basic services, which is kind of like the alternative idea to UBI. It's an interesting idea.
Right,
right?
okay.
It's in this
So
book,
the universal
Vulture Capitalism.
UBI is universal basic income.
Yeah,
which couldn't
and,
work.
UBS is universal basic services. So anything that we need to live, water, electricity, etc., should be free, basically.
Yeah, that is
Right,
much more likely to work
Yeah.
than UBI.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's try and get
it's a good
that.
idea. Yeah. Okay.
All right. You saw it here first. Well, not first, but
It's in that book.
Well, they might have done.
Yeah, maybe.
It's true. Yeah.
All right. So if you have enjoyed this one, it's not always like this. We do talk about other stuff. But this week's been a bit sort of political and that. That's all right. It's cool. It's nice to mix it up, isn't it? So give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and get involved in the comments. Let us know if you've your favourite sort of Chicks on Speed music. If you've seen them live, get involved. Just get involved in the conversation. And if you are listening, then please do rate it, review it, and share it with your friends so that they can find the podcast. Dave, do you want to give old Giggly a little bit of a thing, Dave?
Yeah, so the app has moved to orgiggly.com, orgiggly.com/Stupid and Contagious podcast. And that's where you can see the mixtapes and the videos for every episode we've ever done.
And this is Dave's route to becoming a multi-millionaire, so please do help him out. Go and have a look.
Before I talk about the mixtape, I just remembered about Chicks on Speed. There used to be a bloke that worked in Rounder Records in Brighton. He had a really great Chicks on Speed T-shirt that I coveted. I just suddenly remembered it. Yeah.
Maybe we can find
really
that
simple,
T-shirt
just
and
kind
get you
of
a
angled
copy.
Chicks on Speed. It was really good.
Someone must have it. If you're listening and you're involved in the Facebook group, start a thing with a. If you've got,
it was blue and white, and it just
had
had writing on it. Chicks on Speed at like an angle with some lines going. It was really good.
Let's find this T-shirt, get it to Luke in Tokyo. That's our mission.
And apart from that, so yeah, I make a. If you're new to the podcast, welcome aboard. To be honest, they're kind of an outlier with the kind of stuff that we usually have. Although we're trying to build the stories of the 90s through music, and this kind of music was a big part of it. I think, even though they didn't quite get going until the 2000s, but but
the roots were in the 90s, weren't they? And the Berlin scene and stuff, techno scene, and all that. So.
That we're trying to build up. So I make a mixtape for each episode as well on Spotify. So loads of Chicks on Speed tracks in there, of course, and some of the other
Berlin,
things.
Munich.
Alex,
I got it.
Munich,
I
not Berlin. Yeah,
so, my apologies.
She said there was quite a divide, right, going. Oh, she said
that's why I apologise.
So loads of Chicks on Speed and some other things that Alex and Katie were talking about in the interview, and I'll put some tracks on there for you to listen to.
All right. That's it for this one. Join us next week for episode 117 of the Stupid and Contagious podcast. Dave?
See you in a minute.